Halloween. Rawr. Hey, let's get scary. Let's go. Let's go. Happy All Saints Day, too. All right. All right. We got the sun here. You already know. Oh, cracking these bones. Man, ever since I got over 40, I'm like, bro, like, it hurts more and more. You know, these trucks next to me over here. Yesterday, I came to Kroger over here. Sorry, my door open. I came to Kroger, and, you know, there's a lot of cop cars and stuff here, you know. 4 or 5 cop cars. These same trucks right here was over here. I just finished laughing with them. This lady ran in Kroger, 8 o'clock in the morning, yelling, I can't breathe. Ran and tried to steal money from customer service, jumped over the thing, talking about she can't breathe, took people's bottle of water that was already open that they was drinking at work at Kroger and started splashing on herself. I love y'all so much. Please calm down. Please say no to drugs. I'm sorry. Gotta love Halloween, baby. Anyway, hey. Hey, how y'all doing? So as I said in the beginning of the video, this is also All Saints Day, all right, which is celebrated on November the 2nd. But the day is actually tomorrow. So tomorrow is All Saints Day, and today they say is the day of Satan and evil and all of this shit. How I think the church got something to do with both days, but you know, I'm chilling. So this is the Corpus Hermeticum by Hermes Trismegistus, Tree 3. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I sure have. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's All Saints Day tomorrow. Today is Halloween. We already went scary. We bought Satan last time, right? He's like the dog of God, right? Like Bartholomew was all scared. Oh no, I don't want it. He's gonna hurt me. Jesus is like, chill, bro. He's not gonna bite you. Like, just put your foot on him. He'll be okay. You know? Satan just looks scary, right? So since we already went live over that, why don't we go to the owner of Satan, right? The source of Satan. Now, the same source of Satan is the same source of you and the same source of me, all right? I call him the owner because, like I call Satan a dog. A dog's owner knows how to control that dog. Everybody else be scared. No, the owner knows how to control the dog, and the owner, if you know the owner, then you will understand the dog. You'll understand everything around that. It's some atheists around here, all right, that don't believe in anything. So this will help them, or you if you're an atheist, of who God is, all right? Last time we talked about how God is the good, is God, the good and the Father, right? Talked about it in 3. So this time we will break down more on why we call this one the good, capital G. And first we will talk about how God is manifest, yet is not manifest. Oh goodness, that was confusing. We talked about how Satan is real at a lower vibration, but not real at a higher vibration. Okay. So we're going to talk about how God is manifest right to your eyes at a higher vibration, but you cannot see God manifested right in front of your face in plain sight. You see what I'm saying? If you're at a lower vibration. Higher vibration, manifest. Lower vibration, not manifest. Teaching you how to see God with the eyes of the mind. All right? Close these eyes. We're gonna see God with the eyes of the mind. All right? This word manifestation is thrown around a lot. I have a lot of issues with the way that it's thrown around, especially on social media. People have turned God into a type of genie, right? They've brung down the most supreme all one to a deity that will give you everything that you want. That's physical, right? So let's talk about how God is manifest and not manifest. And then we're going to talk about how the name that we give this one is the All Father, but the closest name that we can describe this one in his nature is the All Good, which means nothing bad comes from this one, which means Satan can't be bad. Evil can't be bad. Negativity can't be bad. The source of all of it is good. This is the Corpus Hermeticum. A corpse is a body. So we already went over the heads. We're going more through the bodies and description of this Hermeticum. Yeah, I like the way Hermes breaks this down. We're still talking to Taut. That's how he talked to him. Taut, T-A-U-G-H is how we say it. That's how he says it. I say Tat because when I learned it, I never heard anyone say the name. So I just thought it was Tat. So that's why I say Tat, but it's Taut. So we're going to finish that conversation with Tat. And then we're going to talk to Asclepius. Asclepius is here this time. We talked about his name last time. Hermes brought him up, but so we're going to do, these are both short, book 5 and 6. We're going to finish talking to Tat, and then we're going to go to Asclepius. Remember, Asclepius is the son of Apollo, which is the sun, which is right here, which is the god of music. The sun has 9 muses, which is 9 women. Soon, in January, we'll be going over to Sophia of Jesus Christ. At the beginning of it, it says that Jesus walked with 7 women. Don't know where all these 7s is coming from, but I like to talk. So let's go ahead and get into this, why don't we? I'm so silly. Let's go.
That God is not manifest,
right,
and yet is most manifest.
Right. Here we go.
This discourse I will also make to you, O Tot, that you might not be ignorant of the more excellent name of God.
Shout out to Tot.
But you should contemplate in your mind how that which is to many seems hidden and not manifest may be most manifest to you.
So a lot of people say, who is God? Right? My God is the God of Allah. Right? My God is the God of Jesus. Right? My God is the God of Buddha. Right? My God is the God of this. My God is the God of that. Who is God? Here we go.
For if it were not all, if it were apparent, for whatsoever is apparent is generated or made, for it was made manifest.
Right.
But that which is not manifest is eternal.
So what he's saying is, he's showing you how you can see God, know who God is, even though everybody else can't see this God manifested. He told Tot, we're going to discourse how this God can be manifested to you. Okay? The things that are generated, which are the things that appear to your eyes, are what we call manifestations of source, aka also known as physical things. The source of every single thing that you can see with your eye and that you cannot see, the source of it is something that cannot be manifested. Therefore, it is eternal, is what it just said. Let's listen.
For it need not be manifested.
Nope.
For it always was, and is.
Yep. And will be.
And he makes all things manifest.
He does.
Being not manifest.
Right.
As being always.
Uh-huh.
And making other things manifest, he is not made manifest. God is not made.
No.
Yet in fantasy he imagines all things.
Right.
Or in appearance he makes them appear. For appearance is only of those things that are generated or made.
Generated and made.
For appearance is nothing but generation.
Appearance is generation.
But he that is one, that is not made nor generated, is also an apparent and not manifest.
Yes.
But making all things appear, he appears in all, and by all.
And by all.
But especially, he is manifested to, or in those things wherein he makes himself apparent.
Right.
You, therefore, O Tot, my son, pray first to the Lord and Father, and to the singular.
So he's teaching them how to pray. He say, pray first to the good and the singular, the one, the oneness. Let's continue to listen.
One, from whom one is to be merciful to thee, that you may know and understand so great a God, that he would shine one of his beams upon you and your understanding.
Uh-oh. We got some light beams on me right now, right? But the light beam that it's talking about, like we talked about last time, is not the light beam that hurt your eyes at first. It's a ray of the mind. You see what I'm saying? Because when the mind is darkened, just like when your eyes are darkened, just like when the lights are turned off, just like when it's nighttime, you can't see clear. But when the sun comes up, right? It could be pitch black all around you. When the sun comes up, all of a sudden, it's not pitch black all around you. It's a lot of things around you that you just couldn't see when it was dark. So when the eye of the mind is opened by a light ray, that's why people say, shout out to Little Mermaid, it's a whole new world, right? Because when the eye of the mind is opened, you will see a whole new world, just like you see a whole new forest, a whole new way the inside of your room or house looked or anything like that. From the time that the light is turned off and everything is pitch black and your eyes can even form an image of anything, to when the light is turned on or the sun comes up and you can see something. That's a big change. Here we go.
For only the understanding see that which is not manifest or apparent.
That's the understanding.
As being itself not manifest or apparent.
Understanding.
And if you are able, it will appear to the eyes of your mind.
It will.
For the Lord, void of envy, appears through the whole world. So
the Lord, who you call God, is void of envy, which means that he's not envious. It's not, I don't like to call it he, but it's not envious of something knowing who it is. Envy does not exist in it. So I don't know why sometimes people think that this all oneness or this source doesn't want us to know it. Doesn't want us to understand it. Doesn't want us to grasp it as far as we can grasp it by our human nature. It does. Here we go.
You may see the intelligence and take it into your hands and contemplate the image of God.
Yes.
But if that which is in you be not known or apparent unto you, how shall he in you be seen and appear to you by the eyes?
How?
But if you will see him, consider and understand the sun.
I told you.
Consider the course of the moon.
Okay.
Consider the order of the stars.
All right, hold up. I'm showing you who God is. You keep on wanting me to show you something physical. So he said, if you want to understand it with the eyes of your mind, understand the sun that's shining on me right now. Understanding the course of the moon. Not the moon, the course of the moon. Understand the course of the stars, not the stars, the course of the stars. Hold up.
Who is he that keeps order?
Who?
For all order is circumscribed, or terminated in number in place.
Number in place.
The sun is the greatest of the gods in heaven.
The sun.
To whom all the heavenly gods give place.
So hold on. That's why I be having to give props to the sun. You can spell the sun S-O-N or S-U-N. Son of God, S-O-N or S-U-N, however you want to say it. But the sun is the highest and gives place to all the other planets, see? At first we thought the earth was in the middle and everything went around it. The sun is in the middle. And by the sun do all 12 of the zodiacs, all the 7 and everything has its place. Sun.
As to a king and potentate, and yet he being such a one, greater than the earth or the sea,
right,
is content to suffer infinite lesser stars to walk and move above himself.
So if you Google, or do stars exist above the sun, it will say that stars exist above the sun. I struggle because if you Google, it'll say the sun is a star. If you go down some rabbit holes, it's not even that deep of a rabbit hole. they will show you pictures now of suns that they have made in AI that they claim that's out there that's even bigger than this sun. Not just double the size, 10 times, 20 times, 100 times the size of this sun. I can't confirm or deny what they're talking about. I cannot confirm or deny that the sun is just a star. You're gonna see why I can't confirm or deny there. I'm a mark right here, and I'm gonna come back to what I'm saying right now. All right? It's okay. It's gonna make sense as we listen. Here we go.
Whom does he fear the while, O son?
Who?
Every one of these stars that are in heaven do not make the like, or an equal course. Who is it that has prescribed every one the manner and the greatness of their course?
Who?
This bear that turns round about itself, and carries round the whole world with her.
She.
Who possessed and made such an instrument?
The bear. You know the bear? Just Google. I've already posted about the bear a while ago. But it's a bear in the North Pole and it's a bear in the South Pole. It's a bear in the stars and it turns. That's who the Indians used to focus on. That bear turns right around with the world. Now, how is it? You will see if you do your research that they just discovered that bear in the stars, within the last, a few hundred years. How? This book is over 10,000 years old. How was Hermes Trismegistus already talking about the bear that exists in our solar system that turns around the earth? Thoth calls the bear a she. If you was listening, he said herself. Here we go.
Who has set the bounds to the sea?
Who?
Who has established the earth?
Who?
For there is somebody, O Tot.
It has to be.
That is the maker and the Lord of these things.
So hold up. Hold on, Will. Hold on. You're confusing me now, Will. My name is Will. You're confusing me now, Will. Now, you just went live over Satan, and he was saying all these names of who makes things in the world and who controls things in the world and how all these things work. That's what he was talking about last week. Now, as I'm listening to Hermes Trismegistus, which is a whole nother book that was found in a whole nother time, he's saying that God is the maker of all. So was Satan lying? I give an answer. Satan was lying and he was telling the truth. Just the same as how God is manifest and not manifest. Okay? From a lower vibrational point, Satan was telling the full truth and nothing but the truth, but from a lower vibrational standpoint and from a lower degree. Because from a lower degree of understanding and not seeing with the eyes of the mind, you're going to see it more of a lower darkness that controls here. It's okay. I'll refer to it next. Okay. Now, he was lying because, as we've talked about, as you've heard, every single thing comes from this one, comes from a singular. You see what I'm saying? So, on a lower degree, these trucks next to me that's putting this sign up on the store, if you ask them who put this sign up, they're going to tell you with all seriousness, we did. This is our company. They're going to show you the paperwork. If you tell them you guys didn't do that, God did that, they'll look at you like you're crazy. If you talk to them long enough, they might come around and say, well, duh, we know God did it, but I'm just saying we physically did it. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't do it because God did it, but they did do it because they physically did it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Here we go.
For it is impossible that either place or number or measure should be observed without a maker. For no order can be made by disorder or disproportion.
Okay.
I wish it were possible for you, O son, to have wings and to fly into the air.
Okay.
And be taken up into the midst between heaven and earth.
Wow.
To see the stability of the earth.
Okay.
The fluidity of the sea.
Okay.
The courses of the rivers.
Okay.
The vastness of the air.
Wait.
The sharpness and swiftness of the fire.
I'm hearing it.
The motion of the stars and the speediness of the heavens.
Right.
by which it goes round about all these.
Right.
O son, what a happy sight it were, at one instant, to see all these things.
Yeah, but
that which is immovable moved, and that which is hidden appear and be manifest. And if you would see and behold this workman,
yes,
even by mortal things that are upon earth,
okay,
and in the deep, consider, O son.
Stop, please. Just hold up, stop, because I'm on Earth and here in the United States, and shout out to China, they said they're going to be the first one to reach the moon. I mean, I just told you that if you Google, you can find research that scientists have said that they've done, or they can show you suns that are 10 times bigger than the sun that we're seeing. But Hermes Trismegistus just said that he wished that we had wings, that we can actually go up there and see this movement. But on TV, they say, hey, we've been up there. Look, this is the movement. Somebody lying. Because the part that you just heard said that he wishes that you can see the fire. So, yes, it sounds like he's talking about riding the airplane, right? You're taking up, right? You can see the courses of the rivers, like he said. You can see how the earth is stable. You know, the Red Bull person went up there and saw this shit, right? Claims to saw this, right? You will see how all these things work, but you won't see no fire. And what Hermes also said is that so you can see what is unseeable. So don't tell me that you already saw it when part of it includes what's not physically seen. So a physical scientist that's a physical human can tell me that they have gone up in the places of the universe and seen the unseen with their eyes, because the unseen is not seen with your eyes. So to a degree, we have come along in human nature and growth to where we can take ourselves up and have wings, airplanes, and see how small we are. See how small we are, because we sometimes think that we're so powerful that we control the weather. But when we go on an airplane and you see how bitty small humans are, I hope you come to the understanding that there's no way something that small can control something this fucking big. Or you can still believe that something that fucking microscopic looking, being that high, can have a power on a whole country's weather. I'm sorry. It's just like saying that an ant has power to control the weather. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And you can show me all the documents. Don't, like I tell people, stop it. I've been a Master Mason for over 25 years, Knights Templar. I've seen, man, stop it. I've seen what would scare you. You can't, whatever, bro. You can believe it's real if you want to the degree of understanding that you're at, or you can rise above that and just understand what's in plain sight. It's not possible for an ant to control the weather, and that's fact. Sorry, I get on the soap.
Man is made and framed in the womb, and examine diligently the skill and cunning of the workman, and learn who it was that wrought and fashioned the beautiful and divine shape of man.
Okay.
Who circumscribed and marked out his eyes.
Okay.
Who bored his nostrils and ears.
Mm-hmm.
Who opened his mouth. Who stretched out and tied together his sinews. Who channeled the veins. Who hardened and made strong the bones. Who clothed the flesh with skin.
Who
divided the fingers and joints. Who flattened and made broad the soles of the feet. Who dug the pores. Who stretched out the spleen. Who made the heart like a pyramid.
Wait, stop. Stop. Everybody tell me this pyramid thing is evil. Thoth just said God made the heart like a pyramid. Just stop. Hold up. Yes, your heart is the shape of a rectangular pyramid. If you don't believe me, Go ahead and Google, just Google, the heart is a pyramid. And all the information will come right there and explain to you how the heart is a pyramid, bro. Okay? And what he's saying is, he's getting down to the source. When people say, I don't believe in God, I don't believe that anybody controls this, I think we just die and that's it, I just believe it's a big bang. I get it. I do. But I would ask that person, do you believe that your fingers move on their own? That person would say no. I would say, hold up. Why do you tell me no? They would say, that's a brain sending a signal to my finger to move. If a person is cutting a lawnmower and I say, hey, do you believe that person is cutting a lawnmower? They would tell me, well, yes. Say, well, if the person is using a lawnmower to mow the lawn doesn't get mowed on its own. Somebody has to mow the lawn. If a baby's diaper needs changed, somebody has to change the diaper. It's something behind everything that happens. If you're sick and diseased, you're going to a doctor, you're testing yourself to try to find out the source of it, because you know nothing comes from nothing. So you can't say that we just came here from a nothing. It has to be a something there. A something.
Liver broad.
A something.
Who made the lungs spongy and full of holes?
Who did it?
Who made the belly large?
The belly.
Who set to outward view the more honorable parts and hid the filthy ones?
Yes, yes.
See how many arts in one matter.
Yeah.
And how many works in one superscription.
Wow.
And all exceedingly beautiful, and all done in measure, and yet all...
Wow, that makes sense. I mean, shout out to Lever 2000. They said the body has 1,000 parts. I'm pretty sure it has more than that. But look at all this that goes on. I don't even have to control it. My stomach is doing what it's supposed to do without me having to do anything. But something is doing it. Something. Even though I have all these parts, I'm still one. You can name my fingers, my arm, my hand. Remember we went through last time, my shoulder, my knee, my kneecaps, my foot. But when you ask anyone, who is that? They're going to say, oh, that's Will. I'm still one with many parts. So people can say, wow, Will is many parts. Yeah, I'm still one. Now, some of my parts might not be shown, as you just heard. They might not look good as the ones that's shown, as you just heard. So as you just heard, some parts are hidden, right? So I don't walk around showing my booty hole. My booty hole is hidden. It's not a part that looks good. My face and my front body looks good, but my back, my butt, my ass crack, all of that shit doesn't need to be seen. Yet it's there. Yet it's still a part of me. Yet it's necessary. Therefore, it's still good. See, I showed you the asshole of God. Yeah, they call him Satan. Yeah, I know he's stinky. Yeah, and I know he has a nasty function, but he loves that function. He embraces that function. He understands that function. Even though nobody want to go in Satan's lair and nobody want to be over there, Satan still has to exist for the necessary function. My asshole still has to exist for a necessary function. Even though I hate to wipe it, I hate to smell it, I hate to have to deal with it. It's nasty. It has an important function, and without it, my whole being will not be as it should. And you're going to hear this at the very end. Even though we talk about those that don't understand the good and don't understand what I'm saying, we cannot exist without them. So I am not against Satanists. I'm not against dark people. I've told you this before. I'm not against anyone. I don't care how dark they are, because I cannot exist without them. And don't get it fucked up. They can't exist without me either, or us either, that are of light. So we don't hate the dark ones. We can't exist without them. They can't exist without us. Happiness can't exist without sadness. Sadness can't exist without happiness. Light can't exist without dark. I think you get my point. Let's listen.
Differing. Who has made all these things?
Ooh.
What mother? What father?
What father?
Save only God that is not manifest.
Yes.
That made all things by his own will.
Yep, will.
And no man says that a statue or an image is made without a carver or a painter.
I was saying that.
And was this workmanship made without a workman?
Was it? What?
Oh, great blindness.
Y'all blind.
Oh, great impiety.
Yes.
Oh, great ignorance.
Great ignorance.
Never, O son,
Never.
Can you deprive the workmanship of the workman.
Never.
Rather, it is the best name of all the names of God.
What's the name?
To call him the Father of all.
Father of all.
For so he is alone.
Yeah.
And this is his work, to be the Father.
To be the Father.
And if you force me to say anything more boldly,
say it.
It is his essence to be pregnant, or greatly.
Wait, stop. You've been saying he. You've been saying Father. How can you say his essence is to be pregnant? Oh, sorry. I was thinking from a physical standpoint, because here in the physical world, only women can get pregnant. So when you talk, because we talked about this, right? When we gave the head, the overview, the high level summary of what we're going to talk about before we went into the actual body, we gave the head, right? We said that at the beginning, we said this, right? Said at the beginning, right? The source, the light, was androgynous, which means both male and female. We said this. Right? So this means everything that is manifest, everything that you can see that is manifest or that is made or being made, like these dudes working over here on the truck, that's the feminine side of God, because the feminine side makes. My girlfriend can birth a child. I can't. You see what I'm saying? So the feminine part is what makes. The source of where the power of the making comes from, the source of where the power of your television comes from, the source of the power of how your car starts, I'm talking about the source of it, is masculine. What you're able to see and what is made, the finished product, is the feminine. And he's androgynous as always becoming pregnant, because this one is always making. See, I know. Listen to what I'm saying. Your body is always making. It's always processing energy, and you're always making ways to put food in it. But at the same time, another part of your body is destroying. It's not making. It's breaking it down, and you shitting all that shit out that you don't need. You see what I'm saying? It's detoxifying as it's making. God also makes. Satan gets the bullshit out because he's the asshole to detoxify what goes on here. See what I'm saying? Death has to happen because life happens. If death doesn't happen, then life can become toxic. It has to be an interchangeable happen of new souls and bodies here coming and souls and bodies leaving.
All things and to make them. And as without a maker it is impossible that anything should be made.
See?
So it is that he should not always be.
Right.
And always be making all things in heaven.
Yes.
In the air, in the earth.
Always.
In the deep.
He always does.
In the whole world.
Yeah.
And in every part of the whole, that is or that is not.
Yes.
For there is nothing in the whole world that is not himself.
Nothing.
Both the things that are and the things that are not.
See, the things that are and the things that are not. Understand the things that are the things that you can see. The things that are not are the things that you can't see. The things that are not are the things that you can see. The things that are the things that you can't see at the same time. Because the things that you can't see are actually real. The things that you can't see are not real. But from a human understanding, the things that we can see are real and the things that we can't see aren't real. You can play that back and understand that parable I just said. Here we go.
For the things that are manifest, he has made manifest.
He has made manifest.
And the things that are not, he has hidden in himself.
Hidden in himself.
This is God that is better than any name.
This is God.
This is he that is secret.
Secret.
This is he that is most manifest.
Yes.
This is he that is to be seen by the mind.
By the mind's eye.
This is he that is visible to the eye.
This
This is he that has no body. And this is he that has many bodies.
Has many bodies.
Rather, there is nothing of anybody which he is not.
I'm telling you.
For he is alone in all things.
Yes.
And for this cause he has many names, because he is the one Father.
Many names.
And therefore he has no name, because he is the Father of all.
So I hope that you understand now why I had to go live over the Kabbalion, where you understand the divine paradox. How everything is real and isn't real. Is understood and is not understood. It's hard, I know. It's a hard balance. It's still yin and yang. It's still light and dark. Here we go.
Who therefore can bless you, or give thanks for you, or to you?
How?
Which way shall I look when I praise you?
Should I look this way?
Upward? Downward?
How?
Outward?
How?
Inward?
What do I do?
For about these things there is no manner nor place, nor anything else of all things that are. But all things are in you.
All things.
All things from you.
Yes.
You give all things and take nothing.
You do.
For you have all things, and there is nothing that you do not possess.
Yep.
When shall I praise you, O Father?
What time?
For it is neither possible to comprehend your hour, nor your time.
Right.
For what shall I praise you?
For what?
For what you have made?
Right.
Or for what you have not made?
What you've done for me?
For those things you have made manifested?
Or not?
Or for those things you have hidden? Wherefore shall I praise you?
How?
As being of myself? Or having anything of my own? Or rather
else.
being another's? For you are what I am.
You are.
You are what I do.
Yep.
You are what I say.
Yep.
You are all things. There is nothing else you are not.
I mean, you see now how this one is incomprehensible. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't understand how a church can say that they've heard God. They talk to God. I don't think they understand that every word that you say is talking to God, because every word that you say is God. Sorry. I struggle when people say that you have to face the east 3 times to pray, but I love Muslims. I struggle with the fact that they say you have to bow down on a carpet 3 times a day and face the east. I said I love the Muslims. But what I try to get them to understand is that the carpet is God. You are God. The direction that you're facing is God. Wherever you're praying at is God. Sorry. I struggle with churches that think that they have to go to a building to experience God. And what I'm trying to help them understand, I'm sorry, is that when you wake up, the bed you wake up in is God. The floor you walk on is God. The clothes you put on is God. The air you breathe in is God. The car you get in is God. The road you travel to church is God. It's already God. I'm sorry that I'm crying. I told you I struggle.
You are you, all that is made, all that is not made. The mind that understands. The Father that makes and frames. The good that works. The good that does all things. Of the matter, the most subtle and slender is air.
Sorry.
Of the air, the soul.
The soul.
Of the soul, the mind.
The mind.
Of the mind, God.
The mind, God.
Chapter 6.
So, I hope that helps you. Sorry. Y'all know I'm Pisces. I cry. I hope that helps you understand how God is manifest and is also not manifest. So now that you understand that God is real. You understand that this one that is unknown can be known to the ears of the mind, can be heard by the ears of the mind, and can be seen with the eyes of the mind. Now that you know that everything that is manifest that you can see with your eyes is God, and everything that you can't see, the wind that blows, anything else that you can't see, is also God. Let's go through, because Jesus taught by nature, Muhammad taught by nature, Jesus taught by nature. So, the nature of this one nature that it has, is to be good. Plato named it the good. I don't even know where God even came from. It was only called the good. I know we've come so far, but we got to go back in order to remember. See? So let's go back to Plato's days. Let's go back to Hermes Trismegistus' days, because Hermes Trismegistus only called it the good. It's translated as God, but really all through this is just the good. So let's see why God has the name of the good. Why in Southern Baptist churches they say, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Why do they say that?
God alone is good.
We're going to talk to Asclepius.
God, O Asclepius, is in nothing but in God alone.
Here we go.
Or rather, God himself is always good.
Always.
And if it be so, then must he be an essence or a substance,
right,
void of all motion and generation?
Right.
But nothing is void or empty of him.
Nothing.
And this essence has in itself a stable and firm operation, wanting nothing, most full and giving abundantly.
Yes.
One thing is the beginning of all things.
Yes.
For it gives all things.
It does.
And when I name the good, I mean that which is always together and always good.
So it said, when I name it the good, this is Hermes Trismegistus talking. When I name it the good, I'm talking about that which is always good. We on earth says, yeah, but my mom got shot in the head. Why, God, do you say that you are all good and my mama got shot in the head, or my daughter got kidnapped and raped, or my son got robbed and killed? How is he all good, Will? No, they tell me, yes, I've talked to people that have said these things. Right now, Will, my body is ripped with disease and I have cancer. My mom has her own cancer group for over 11, 12 years. I've seen these people. How? They tell me it's easy to say that God is good when you don't have cancer and when you're not dying. It's good to say God is good when you got a job, but when you don't have a job and you got cancer and you're dying and your life is falling apart and people are dying, how can you say that this one is still all good? I say, listen.
This is present to none but God alone. For he wants nothing that he should have desire, nor can anything be taken from him that the loss would grieve him. For sorrow is a part of evilness.
Sorrow is a part of evilness. Listen. So when somebody comes with me with sorrowful stories like you just heard, I have to remember, being sorrowful is a part of evil. We've already talked about this. The spirit is nothing but happy. Now, I'm not talking about fake positivity where you hide the fact that you have things going on. And you tell me, Will, well, I can't be happy 24/7. I say, yes, I know, and you shouldn't be happy 24/7. Being that you are not fully source or fully immortal, you're immortal and immortal, right? It's okay to be sorrowful. What's not okay is that you stay sorrowful or stay grieving. You be sorrowful, you get sad, you get in your feelings, you get over it, you remember, I'm tripping, that's evil, I gotta get back. You just heard source, the good itself, does not grieve over anything lost when it is everything. So I said it's not bad what happened to Jesus. He's not like, oh no, a human died. No. Jesus even said that. We've already went live over the secret book of James, where Jesus himself said, do you think God is a lover of man? Do you think mankind, do you think God is won over by prayers?
Nothing is stronger than he, that he should be opposed by it, nor nothing equal to him, that he should be in love with it.
Told you.
Nothing unheard of to be angry,
right?
With nothing wiser to be envious at.
That makes sense.
And none of these being in his essence, what remains but only the good?
The good.
For as in this, being such an essence, there is none of the evils, so in none of all other things shall the good be found.
Right.
For in all other things are all those other things,
right,
as well as in the small as the great, and as well in the particulars and in this living creature, the greater and mightiest of all. For all things that are made or generated are full of will, generation itself being by a will.
Okay.
And where will is, there is not the good. Where the good is, there is no will.
I just like my name. My name is Will. Where will is, there's not the good. Where the good is, there is no will. My tagline in all my posts, except for my live videos, says free will. My name is Will. I'm a Freemason, right? Free will, right? My whole life, I feel like everybody tried to keep me in these boxes. I am a square, but people try to keep me in boxes. So I say free will. Also, I know that here on earth, people have will. They think it's free, but hey, whatever. Anyway, they got will. Which means they have willpower to say, I want to get this job. If it was free, they'd get the job, but it's not free, so they might not get the job. Right? But where the good is, it ain't no will. That doesn't make sense, Will. It's okay. I'll explain it just a little bit further really quickly. We already talked about it. The immortals don't have a choice. They have to do. They don't have a will. You see what I'm saying? They don't have a will to do the opposite of what they're immortally made to do. You do. You have the will to say, I don't want to be good. But you don't have the free will to not be good, because everything that you do is automatically good anyway. And we just heard that. Here we go.
It is day, it is not night.
Listen.
Where it is night, it is not day.
It's not.
Wherefore it is impossible that in generation should be the good, but only in that which is not generated or made.
So we're in generation. Your mama generates you, your grandma generates your mom, your great grandma generates you, your great great grandma generates your great grandma. You see what I'm getting? We're in generation.
Yet as the participation of all things is in the matter bound, so also of that which is good.
Okay.
After this manner is the world good, as it makes all things, and in the part of making or doing.
Yes.
It is good, but in all other things not good. For it is destructible and movable, and the maker of destructible things. In man also the good is ordered.
So the world is good, being that it produces. But it's not good because it makes destructible things. Because everything it produces, it also destroys. Right? Mankind reproduces. We have good functions. Just understand it's not the full good. It's just a lesser evil. It's okay. We'll talk about it in just a little bit as we wrap it up, because we're wrapping it up. Here we go.
Comparison of that which is evil. For that which is not very evil is here good.
Listen.
And that which is here called good is the least particle or proportion of evil.
I just said that. I'm going to repeat it so you can understand it more. I'm going to just repeat it. All right? What's named as good here is just the least part of evil. Okay? The least part of evil here is what we call good. You see what I'm saying? But it's still the least part of evil. It's not really good. It's just the least part of evil because we can't understand the full good. Let's talk about it just a little bit more. Here we go. We're wrapping it up.
It is impossible, therefore, that the good should be here pure from evil.
I said that. It's impossible that the full good should be here pure from evil. We're wrapping it up.
For here the good enlarges evil.
Uh-oh.
And growing evil, it does not still abide good.
Oh, shit.
And not abiding good, it becomes evil.
That makes sense.
Therefore, in God alone is the good.
Okay.
Or rather, God is the good.
He is.
Therefore, O Asclepius, there is nothing in men but the name of good. The thing itself is not.
It's not.
For it is impossible. For a material body receives, is not as being on every side encompassed and coacted with evils and labors, and griefs and desires, and wrath and deceits, and foolish opinions.
Foolish opinions.
And in that which is the worst of all, Asclepius.
What's the worst?
Every one of the forenamed things.
What's the worst?
Is here believed to be the greatest good, especially that supreme mischief, gluttony, and the ringleader of all evils.
So the ringleader of all evils and the supreme mischief, shout out to the god of mischief, is gluttony. Wait, we talked about this in the Scene series. We talked about eating too much and how to eat healthy from Mother Earth and how God and Jesus is of disease. Is of health and Satan is of disease. Wait. We talked about this last week. Wait. When Satan brought up his wheel that he put people in, and the wheel had one sword on it, and Bartholomew said, what is that one sword? He said, that's a sword of gluttony that leads you to all your bullshit. Now here we are in a whole nother book. These 3 different books I just named. The Scene Gospels, the Gospel of Bartholomew. Now we're in the Corpus Hermeticum. And Hermes Trismegistus himself said, the supreme mischief is gluttony. But everybody says going vegan is something that the government set up. I'm going to say it. If you work out every day and you got to work out every day, something's probably wrong. Most likely something's wrong. Remember, your working out, your yoga, your walks, all of that is to get you to stop eating so much. Once you stop eating so much, you ain't got to do all that shit. You don't have to walk 5 or 10 miles. I used to do 30 miles a day, baby. You can't tell me. This is right when Fitbit came out. But I'm eating so much to reward myself after I work out, putting 2,000 and 4,000 calories in me, and then going working out 500 calories, wondering why I feel like shit every day, and saying, hey, but I work out. Yeah, but you're eating more calories, way more calories than you burning. And you're rewarding yourself with food. You're rewarding yourself with gluttony. But you know what the hook's gonna do. You know what the world and the government's gonna do. They're gonna build more fitness centers. So you continue to gluttony yourself and work it off and glutton it and work it off and glutton it and work it off. And what you're not understanding is every time you're working off, you're making the toxins come out your fat and make you more sicker. And then you go and eat unhealthy food on top of that, but you claim to be healthy because you're working out. If you just work on understanding how to survive a whole day with a couple bananas and a couple apples and maybe a bag of peanuts, you'll see what I'm saying. And water, you'll see what I'm saying. All of that is to get you to not eating, and you ain't got to work in yoga every morning throughout your hard day. You ain't got to work out how you going to get to the gym and pay your gym membership and all that shit. Life is already hard. You're stuck in a process. Get to the end of the process. The end of the process of working out, the end of the process of doing yoga and all that stuff is to where you understand how much food, liquid, fruits, veggies that your body needs every day. Okay? Please don't get mad at me. Get mad at Hermes Trismegistus that just talked about gluttony. Get mad at Satan for talking about gluttony. And get mad at Jesus for talking about gluttony. Because all I am is a messenger of them and myself first. And I'm you and you are me. So I'm sharing with you, which are me, how I help this part of me become healthy. Like I said, I didn't even see a produce department till I was 25, so I don't want to hear that, oh, I was raised in a toxic family that really didn't push healthy eating. I wasn't either. It's no excuse. We're grown adults. Most of us have kids. Some of us have kids that got kids. In order to generate a better world, we have to start with health. Okay? Sorry. We're wrapping it up.
Error is here the absence of the good.
Shout out to error.
And I give thanks unto God that concerning the knowledge of good put this assurance in my mind.
Hold up. Hermes is giving thanks to the God for putting this assurance in his mind. I'm still trying to wonder how this book is evil. And he's teaching his pupil how to pray. He's teaching his pupil how to see God with the eyes of the mind. He's teaching his pupil how God is good. He's even thanking God. This is Hermes Trismegistus. He so sounded like Jesus to me, but I told you I like to talk. I'm wrapping it up. I get excited. Sorry.
It is impossible it should be in the world. For the world is the fullness of evilness.
Uh-oh.
But God is the fullness of good.
Okay.
Or good of God.
Right.
For the emanations of all appearing beautiful are in the essence more pure and more sincere, and more peradventure. They are always the essences of it.
Yes.
For we must be bold to say, Asclepius, that the essence of God, if he have an essence, is that which is fair or beautiful, but no good is comprehended in this world.
Remember, no good is comprehended in this world. Therefore, fairness is not comprehended. Okay? Okay? It's not comprehended. To be able to grasp it is to understand it. You just can't fully comprehend it. So understand how God is good. Understand how God is fair. We're about to talk about it deeper as we wrapping it up. Wow, Will, why are you going so hard on this, though? I'm getting to my point. When you treat people unfairly and you treat yourself unfairly, you're not being of God, because that's not good. And good and fairness exists like this. Fairness is the same name as the good, as the same name as God. And that's where justice comes in. It's funny how justice is spelled just ice. I have to put these pebbles of seeds in me. You know, it's funny how police is spelled pole-ice. You know, it's funny how we have rappers like Vanilla Ice and Ice-T and Ice Cube. Is somebody trying to tell us something? That's another live video. Sorry, I get off base. We're wrapping it up.
All things that are subject to the eye are idols, as it were, shadows. But those
everything that your eyes can see are idols and shadows. Everything that your eyes can see are idols and shadows. Everything that your eyes can see are idols and shadows. Be careful.
That are not subject to the eye are eternal.
Yes.
Especially the essence of fair and the good.
What's not seen with the eye is eternal, especially when you can see fairness and the good without your eyes being open. You can understand it. Sorry.
And as the eye cannot see God, so neither the fair and the good.
Nope.
For those are the parts of God that partake the nature of the whole,
right,
proper and familiar unto him alone, inseparable, most lovely.
I told you. Whereof
either God is enamored or they are enamored of God.
Right.
If you can understand God, you can understand the fair and the good, which is the most shining and enlightening, and most enlightened by God.
I said that.
For that beauty is above comparison.
It is.
And that good is as inimitable as God himself.
Yeah.
As therefore you understand God, so understand the fair and the good.
Understand.
For these are incommunicable to any other living creature, because they are inseparable from God.
From God.
If you seek concerning God, you seek also after the fair.
Fair.
For there is one way which leads to the same thing.
Same thing.
That is piety with knowledge.
Yes.
Wherefore they that are ignorant and go not in the way of piety dare call men fair and good, never seeing so much as in a dream what good is.
Listen. Well, we're about to vote. I got to go to early voting today. Not me. I'm saying yes, what you telling me, right? You're like, Will, I got to go to early voting today. Early voting, last day for early voting is tomorrow, November 1st, All Saints Day. Why would they make early voting, the last day of early voting, All Saints Day? Anyway, I'm trying to see who would be a good president. Everybody says Trump would be a good president. He's on Joe Rogan podcast going viral right now. Kamala Harris went on Shannon Sharp podcast and is not going viral. I think Trump would be good. Hold up. Let's talk about how this world, this society, right? I told you the society puts the hooks out there. Captain Hook on you. And you a fish in this blue water getting taken by these hooks. Here, the stuff that's not good, mankind tells you, hey, that's good. This would be a good president. I'm going to be a good president. I'm going to be a good police deputy. I'm going to be a good CEO. I'm going to be a good this, right? Then the world says, yeah, that's good. And then they even try to be more good than that. You forgot. Ain't no good here. It can't be. So be careful. Well, I don't understand that. I know. I'm about to wrap it up. He explains it more. Here we go. And better.
Being consumed and bound by all evil, and believing that the evil is the good, they, by that means, both use it insatiably and are afraid to be deprived of it.
Yep.
And therefore they strive by all possible means that they may only not have it, but also increase it.
And they don't even know it.
As such, O Asclepius, are the good and fair things of men, which we can neither love nor hate. For this is the hardest thing of all. That we have need of them and cannot live without them.
I told you, that's the end. We have need of them and we cannot live without them. Therefore, even though Kamala Harris says she's good, Trump says he's good, whatever other politics is going on in the world leaders and all that, Hezbollah new person and all that shit, you know, Putin and Russia, fine. Vote for who you want to vote for. Don't vote for who you want to vote for. Those that vote for it, those that vote and do all that matrix stuff, guess what? We that are not in the matrix, we need them. Right? And the only way that they stay alive to do all that ignorant stuff that they do is because we're here, the light beings. So we need us. They need us and we need them. So do what you do. Because anything that you do anyway is going to be good. And that's how you escape duality. That's how you escape duality. Okay? You can say, I'm voting because I want to vote. I know it's not good. I know it's not going to make no change. It's something that I want to do. I know it's ignorant. I know I'm idolizing. I know I'm using my eyes. That's what I choose to do. I know that any action that I do can't be bad anyway, so I'm going to vote. Go vote. You can also say, I also know that this people that I'm seeing with my eyes, the policies that people are saying is going to be put in place, that I'm seeing with my eyes, the things that I'm seeing with my ear, the polls, voting, all of that. I know it's bullshit. I know it's rigged. I know it's corrupt because I just heard from Hermes Trismegistus that the world is corrupt and all of that. If the only good thing that it does is keep on making stuff, then I'm not fucking voting. And even what you don't do is also good. I know. Now you see why it's hard, why this not included in the Bible, why it's not put out there. It's really hard for you to wrap your head around it. And some people go into a bad mental state because the only way that they are keeping their head on tact is believing that this is real and believing that this is good and this is bad. When you start separating it for people, they don't really know how to function. So that's why I say this is not for everybody. If you're not strong-minded, you don't know how to think, you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about, and you're just trying to get on a social media wave and get clout, don't listen to this. Don't follow it. Delete and block me. It'd be better for you to do that and stay in your blindness than to try to play with something like this, and it'd be so powerful that it hurts you. All right. So I hope that y'all enjoyed chapter 4 and 5. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry, 5 and 6. Yeah, 5 and 6. Again, chapter 5 was that God is not manifest and is manifest. And chapter 6 was, of course, that God alone is the good. Shout out to Plato. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoy All Saints Day. Hey, it's people preparing to celebrate it tomorrow. And November 2nd. So while everybody else is calling it Halloween, the Vatican Catholics, they ready to celebrate All Saints Day for the next 2 days. From October 30th all the way till November 2nd or 3rd, throughout history, pagans and all of that, this has always been a special time of the year. Let's say that. We got time changing coming up soon. I think class going back or forward or some shit. That shit always change. I always forget what happens. So be prepared for that. Hope everybody got their vacation locked in. I'm glad I'm self-employed. I ain't got to ask nobody for time off. Fuck that. I'm just saying. Nothing against you. So you got your vacations ready? I know that probably hurt your feelings because you probably got so much gluttony Thanksgiving plans. You know, you're going to go to your family house for Thanksgiving. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, man, I should have listened to Corpus Hermeticum and Wormhouse and stuff because Wormhouse got me thinking I shouldn't eat. Good. Should eat less. So I know everybody's preparing for Thanksgiving, even though they're not really talking about it. They preparing for it. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let these politics and stuff stress you out. Okay? Remember who you are. Remember who God is. Remember the good. Remember manifestation. Next week, we're going to go into the feminine with Kamala, which is Buddha's new girlfriend. He's going to meet her. And she's going to teach Buddha love. We've already went live over the symposium by Plato, where a oracle, a woman, taught Socrates love. Okay. So, we're going to see how Buddha is going to learn love from a woman, just like Socrates learned love from a woman. Shout out to the women. And we're going to see how the women teach love. I think some men don't understand how women move. I'm still learning. After next week, we will go live, which will be in November. We will go live over Thunder Perfect Mind, which is the feminine side of God, totally. You heard the male side of God, he, father. You're going to hear from she, which has to do with the post that I posted of Thunder Perfect Mind. So as Kamala Harris and the feminine nature comes through, whether she wins or not, I don't fucking care. It's a feminine nature that's rolling through right now. So we're going to roll with that feminine nature for the next few weeks from other different ways of understanding of Buddhism and early Christianity, deep mystic Christianity. And then we'll be back here for the Corpus Hermeticum again. And Talked will be getting into it with Hermes, a full argument. He's even going to tell Hermes Trismegistus, I thought you was making me smarter. Now I feel like you making me fucking dumber because I don't understand shit you've been teaching or nothing. I know. So that's why I tell y'all, don't argue with them. Don't argue with what's immortal, because it's beyond your understanding. It's going to frustrate you if you try to humanly understand what it's saying. You have to be able to stretch your mind above what it's talking about. But if you do get frustrated, it's okay to yell and fuss and cuss and say that they ain't doing shit for you and you ain't learning nothing. Just be able to calm your ass down before you get fucked up. So we're going to see how Tat is going to get mad at Hermes Trismegistus, and he going to start arguing and all kind of shit. And then he's going to chill. I like to talk. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. All Saints Day, people dressed up like their favorite saints. So that's where you have that's where costumes come from, bro. So I hope everybody has great costumes today. I hope everybody has great fun. I've seen some great costumes over the weekend. You know, I'm independently contracted, so I do a lot of driving and things around the city. So I see a lot. And man, I think this is by far the craziest Halloween I've seen. And I've been doing this 6 years. I thought last year was crazier, but man, this year y'all went nuts, bro. Like nuts. So, glad to see it all. Please have fun. If you don't trick or treat, if you don't do nothing, just be yourself. Shit, it's just another day like any other day, you know. Tomorrow it'll be gone. All right? I love y'all so much. Oh, we got another supermoon coming for November. Let me say this and then I'm done. So, if you made it from 2020 to 2024, which is right now, congratulations. You made it through a very hard time, moon-wise. Okay? So, from 2020 to 2025, every year, we have 4 supermoons. Okay? That's why your head has been fucking spinning in a whirlwind since 2020. That's why you see all these people saying, damn, everything been going crazy since 2020. Okay? Anytime we have 4 supermoons, it gets crazy. But usually they switch with 3 supermoons a year to 4 supermoons a year. But when you have 5 years in a row where it's straight 4 supermoons, it's going to get crazy. All right? So, you've been doing good. You made it through 4 years of hard supermoons. 4 years, bro, of 4 supermoons a year. And these supermoons come through the latter part of the year. So they hurt you more. They affect you at the latter part of the year. That's why they got the November and all that. See, it's at the latter part of the year where your mind fucked. You're already in winter. The sun already dying. And you got a supermoon. All right? So we got 1 more year, 4 supermoons next year for 2025, and then you will see things calm down. All right? Okay? But until the end of next year, I'm telling you now, fuck what they talking about Project 2025. I told y'all in 2018, the goal was 2025. I told y'all how to prepare health-wise, and if you don't get healthy by 2020, you're going to die. If you ain't healthy by 2021, I feel sorry for you. Sorry. I said in 2018, if you make it past 2021 and you're not healthy, I feel sorry for you. So now we're in 2024 and some people still not healthy, and that's fine. I still feel sorry for you, but there is hope. All right? So please get healthy, get healthier. Some still coming for 2025. Like I said, some was coming for 2020. It's okay. You'll be okay. Just be ready, all right? I love y'all so much, and I think that's it. I talked a lot, I think. I don't know. I got turned. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Nobody asked. But as you can see, I didn't die from walking pneumonia. I had walking pneumonia, I think 2 weeks ago when I told y'all I'm pretty sure I have walking pneumonia. I had to spit, you just see. So this has been crazy. I'm still cleaning shit out of my lungs. And I've been cleaning shit out of my lungs for 3 weeks now. And this has been when I have been without cooked food. No cheese, no bread. Okay. I just ate my first bread last night for the first time in a month because I need the calories. So it's not about how healthy you are, you can still get sick, because sickness is a part of human nature. Know how to heal yourself, and then get back consistent at being healthy. All right. I'm done. I'm done talking. Okay. I'm done talking. You're off. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Have a great day. What is it? Thursday? It is Thursday. Have a great weekend. Have a lot of fun. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And that's it. All right. That's it. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. I love y'all so much.